What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back. Y'all, listen. So today we supposedly had a hurricane. Well, that turned into a tropical storm. So it was supposed to be some bad weather, but it's raining. A little bit of wind going on, but not too bad. I know Florida got it hit a little bad, but when it comes to South Carolina, y'all, like this weather is so bipolar sometimes. Like we don't know what seasons we in half the time. But anyway, I hope a lot of you are staying safe, are safe, and yeah, so overall having a great day. So, like I like to ask you guys, are y'all ready to get right or get left? So, y'all ready to get into this message for today? Let's get into it. So, my question, a question that I even had to ask myself is, are you existing or are you living life for real? Because I think most of us, it becomes a point in our lives where we forget to really live. Yes, when I say live, I mean we are living, we're walking around, we're breathing, but we're not really living and enjoying life like God has intended for us to. We just exist, which is, working to pay bills, working paycheck to paycheck. If you are a parent, working to take care of your kids, or you working to always, put your kids first. And then, a lot of the times we forget about ourselves. So it's a lot of things that go with just existing in life. You're not really, maybe working the job you want to work. You're not really pursuing, a business that you might want to pursue. You're not really traveling either. You're not seeing this big old beautiful world. Why? Because we're being so stuck and complacent in where we are in our current cities even. And a lot of the times we are too big for our cities that we are currently living in. Like we are meant to travel the world so that we can experience new things, so that we can meet new people, so that we can even get great opportunities. But what happens is we miss these things in life because we don't learn to live. And again, like I say, I am talking to myself because for a long time, and I do mean for a long time, especially whenever I became a parent, like I was just really out here existing. Not only was my struggles playing a part in it, but for me mentally, like I wasn't really having the desire to really live. I'm just like, okay, this is just what it is, right? Like this is just my life. This is just what I'm gonna be doing. But I came to a point to where I'm like, no, I want so much more out of life. And when you get to that point where you want to live for real, I'm telling y'all, you just have to start doing it, because time waits for no man and life is too short for us to not be living. Because what God says, I come for you to have life, and for you to have life more abundantly. So even God wants us to experience the things that he wants us to experience, abundance in so many different areas of our lives. But the problem is, again, that we choose not to pursue. We choose to think that what we have is currently all we're going to get, and what we have is currently all that we deserve. And that is not true. That is just a trick that the enemy has gotten us to believe. So whenever you decide, like you have to decide, I feel like the time is now. There's no time like the present to decide, listen, I no longer am okay, or I am no longer comfortable with just existing. Because listen, I'm telling y'all, like I'm trying to travel, because that's another thing I haven't done a lot of. Like, so I'm trying to travel, and see the world and go many different places. Why? Because it's so much to see. And again, you never know what you're missing out on by just staying complacent, or just walking around thinking, okay, yeah, this is just it. This is life. This is not life. Life is not meant to be struggled. Life is not meant to be boring. Not life is meant to be enjoyed, and just full of, great people, and just full of prosperity, and just full of, overall abundance, like I say, because that's what God intends for us, to have life more abundantly. So you have to decide if you are okay with just walking around existing and not having nothing going on in your life for real, or do you want to start really living your life to your fullest potential? Y'all, I'm trying to live life to the fullest. Like they say, YOLO, you only live once. All of these things are true. So it's time for us to start taking those things into consideration and putting it into action for real. Because if you say YOLO, you only live once, are you living every day like you only live once, or are you living your life overall in general like this is the only life you have? And make that decision. Because again, either you're gonna get right and start living for life for real, or you're gonna get left and just be existing. As always, you guys, we gotta be motivated, but most importantly, stay inspired.